Hello, this is, it's me, Josh Hunter, presently in the city of Santa Monica, and, I get this unusual idea just now. I don't know if it's accurate. It's not necessarily that it's paranoid, but I think it's just like what if? And I think I want to make sure that I have this completely resolved, but I mean, I don't know, I feel pretty good about it. Okay, so the idea came to me, like I was watching this YouTube video, and this gal, she was saying like what if people thought this was real? Like they were doing something, they were just pretending, and she was like, what if people thought this was real? And I suddenly got the idea, like, I don't know, like suddenly like the idea that I had been like severely pranked for a long time. And I started to get like a little upset, but then I remembered, I got my locks in place, so I don't really need to worry. But I also wanted to take into consideration, like, in case someone wasn't just pranking me, but they were pranking other people as well. But that's the thing. I don't think it may be my self-centeredness makes me think that it was just me that was being pranked. And I was just wondering, why would these people be so dead set on pranking me? Like, what is it about me where they're just like, we don't fucking like this guy? And it may just be like a plain thing, like we just really don't like this guy. And at first I thought, I mean, these guys, like, they would never stop, but it seems like they had a plan. We're gonna prank this guy, and then at the end, like, he'll just get angry. And I don't know, this seems kind of severe, but let's see. My perception of this theoretical situation is that they were assuming that they would prank me so hard and then just keep on pranking me year after year after year after year after year. And then once I finally found out, then I would just get angry and, like, murder all of them. This is what I assumed that their plan was. Because I try to sense things out. And I'm like, because I can't understand, like, not that I can't understand, there are all these things going on, and it's hard for me to resolve. Like, there's something that I obviously need to know. Like, it's something that I really need to understand. I feel like I'm not understanding it. I'm really trying to, like, what is the missing piece of information? And it may just be that, like, these people, they love entertainment. They love entertainment more than they love anything else. Like, they worship entertainment. And so a prank is like the height of entertainment because it has no nutritional value, so to speak. A prank is simply to gain your yucks. So, like, because I'm trying to think, like, if these people were in any position of prominence, if these people, like, were people who, like, a lot of people knew, and, like, these weren't like nobodies, but just like people in a position of well-known, a position of prominence, position of power, and they just wanted to keep on pranking people, but they knew that if people would get so angry that eventually they would kill them, and that's how they would get out. They never have to. They never have to pay for their crimes. Eventually, they just make someone so angry that they would just kill you. And so I was thinking to myself, like, if someone did prank me like that, like, what would I do? Like, because I've been singing this song, is this the year that I finally get a girlfriend? Is this the year that I won't be alone? And I'm really liking this song, like, I don't know, it makes me feel good. But I was thinking, like, what if this was, if these people are depending upon being murdered, because that way they won't have to pay for their crimes and they won't have to remember, like, being like the pranksters. Like, I don't know, because there's like a. So I was thinking, how would I react if I found out? Would I be like some murderous person? First of all, no, I can't throw a punch to begin with. Like, I don't care how angry I get. All your murder, first of all, is mercy. First of all you'd be doing is delivering mercy. And then I thought to myself, you know what I'd do? What I would do instead is make it so that they couldn't kill themselves. But I think also that is still a type of retaliation, because I try not to be I'm trying to not be like a retaliatory person. So I don't know, I just decided, like, I also would not say, like, oh, in order to punish you, I would make it so that you couldn't kill yourself, and then you'd have to live with the real consequences of what you've done. Because people who prank like this have never experienced the consequences of their actions. That's why they keep pranking. Like they have never experienced the full consequences of being pranksters. And so I was saying, you know, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna. This is my perception. I'm running a virtual scenario to see if this is the case, how would I react? And I need to make sure that I have a good understanding. But normally I would just run the scenario and not worry about it. But I think I need a record of this. And so these pranksters, I think, are the same. They're in the same family group as those. I'm not sure if you've seen that movie, Little Monsters. It's about like these creatures that live under the bed or whatever. And I really can't stand that group of people. I'm not sure if the little monsters are real, but I think they are an impractical. They are the type of beings who it is completely impractical for them to be existing. But I'm not going to do anything about it because I believe in mathematics. And like I've said before, if mathematics is real, then justice is inevitable. So like I'm not gonna spend my time trying to get vengeance on people because I need to know if mathematics is real. I need to know if what goes around comes around, and I need to know. So anyway, so my issue was like, are these guys depending upon me to get very, very angry, and like that's a part of their plan? And so I'm thinking to myself, I guess I shouldn't get angry and see what happens. Because it seems like they're very, very dependent upon this crucial thing. Now I'm running this scenario, and like I said, this is the culmination of very many years of postulating, conjecture. But I get this love of mischief, this love of entertainment, this love of pranking, and I don't know. I really look forward to seeing what happens to these guys. And I couldn't say who specifically. I mean, because you never know who's the puppet. Who's the puppet and who's the puppet master. Like, these guys could just be puppets. And it could just be like a big ghost, too. A bunch of ghosts. So I don't get angry because, first of all, only poor people get angry. Second of all, I don't know. You just know. Anger never solved anything. All anger does is just make things worse. Like, I've been homeless for 8 years. I know what it's like for things to get worse. And all these times, my anger never made me feel better. When you're frustrated, you got to loosen things up a little bit. But I don't know. So I want to see what happens to these guys, and I want to see them I want to see what happens when the light finally shines on this issue. When the light really shines on this issue and brings it to the surface. I really want to see what that looks like. If I'm angry, I won't get I don't know, I think it won't taste as good. I think it'll taste really good once they're brought to light and I don't interfere even a little bit. I think that'll be really tasty. Alright. I'm 34 years old and I've got the best grades on